Well, What If Season 3 is right around the corner, and we've been hearing multiple reports that a well-known Marvel character will debut in Season 3. And it appears that could be the X-Men 97 version of Storm. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the report, the voice actors behind the character, and why this could be leading us into one of the coolest elements of the 2015 Secret Wars comics. Are you ready for the Thor Corps? Now, we've been getting a lot of What If updates in the last couple of weeks, and now we seem to have some interesting confirmation on who could be part of the third season, and that is specifically Storm being voiced by the X-Men 97 voice actress Allison Seeley Smith. Now, Marvel Animation's Matt Chauncey, who serves as head of story for the third season of What If and X-Men 97, actually revealed that Season 3 will not only introduce new characters created just for the show, but will also feature a long-anticipated MCU debut of a very, very well-known Marvel character. Now, obviously he didn't reveal any names because he didn't want to spoil it, and that's when we got an update from Nexus Point News. Now, like we always like to say, if it's not from Marvel Studios or Kevin Feige, we want to take it with a grain of salt. Nexus Point News is still fairly new on the scene, but they have had a couple of solid scoops that turned out to be true, and this is definitely one of those where there's smoke, there's fire, because we've been hearing about this for a long time. Now, what they are reporting is yes, indeed, X-Men 97's Allison Seeley Smith will return to voice the character of Storm and be in at least one episode in Season 3. Now, honestly, bringing back Seeley Smith for this role is a total win. She is iconic as the voice of Storm, and importing her into What If is basically fan service at its best. The returning voice cast for X-Men 97 really helped build that cohesion to the old series, and in many people's heads, that's the voice they read Storm in the comics to, so bringing her into the What If series will only make the series better, and solidify Seeley Smith even further as kind of the voice of Storm in the same way Kevin Conroy is pretty much forever the voice of Batman. Now, since X-Men 97 is technically not part of the MCU, this would count as Aurora Monroe's MCU debut. But at this point, we want to be super duper clear. It is uncertain, it is not known if this is the character Chauncey was referring to for Season 3. Now, this leads to the question of how Storm will be introduced. And we did hear some rumors several months back that she would actually wield Thor's hammer Mjolnir. Now, this is something that's happened in the comics and sets up a really interesting element for some future MCU projects. As many of you know, Avengers Doomsday is right around the corner, and that's likely to see Doctor Doom win in the end, form Battleworld, and in recreating this new world, will bring a lot of those comic book aspects of the 2015 series to life. And one of those is very likely the Thor Corps. Now, having Storm wield Thor's hammer in this series sets it up perfectly for all those Thor variants to show up in that film. And mark my words, if this turns out to be true and she is wielding Mjolnir, well, it's almost 100% to me that character will also be part of Secret Wars and serve as part of Doctor Doom's police force. Yeah, that's right, Doctor Doom has Thors for police. In the 2015 comic, he has basically multiple Thor variants that serve as his fist and do Doom's bidding much like his own militia or police force. This included a ton of variants of the character, from classic versions of Thor, the future Beta Ray Bill, the Storm variant, even Thunderstrike. So I suspect if this does happen, we are going to see all those Thor variants, and it could be pretty wild to see multiple clones of Chris Hemsworth basically playing variants of Thor, standing alongside the likes of Beta Ray Bill and Aurora Monroe. Now, right now we know Season 3 of What If is going to drop on December 22nd, very similar to last year. The question is right now, are we going to get another kind of week-long gift where they give us a new episode of What If every day through the holidays, or if we'll be going week to week? If I'm betting, I really do think we're getting the full season very early on, and this is going to be another holiday treat for Marvel Studios. Now, before you take off, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, ring that bell for all the updates, and make sure you get every notification because we do daily Marvel and DC content and we don't want you to miss any news.